The ultimate sales formula. How to sell a product, service, or idea. Introduction. Selling is about having a good product and identify the right audience who genuinely needs your product. Make them understand how much value they will get by using your product. It's about helping people get what they need. Selling could also be challenging if you are selling the right product to the wrong audience. It's not enough to have a good product. Your ability to sell will determine how fast you'll be able to grow your business. If you understand the traditional way of selling, then selling online becomes easy because it's the same principle. You only need to understand how to use the digital tools to implement your selling strategies online. And that is exactly what you will learn in this book. Before we dive in deep, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Ajibola Rewan. I started as an IT consultant in 2005. My job is to help companies grow their business using digital platforms. After growing businesses online for several years, I decided to start teaching people what I have learned over the years about sales and marketing. And I have been privileged to help thousands of business executives around the world turn their business into a mega money-making machine that generates massive income for them. Selling is attributed to having a good product and identify the right audience for your product. If you don't have a product or service of your own, you can help others sell their products and get a commission for your efforts. This might sound like a low-income career, but it isn't. It all depends on the product or service you decide to sell. For instance, you can choose to help a real estate company sell their homes and lands for commission. Real estate are high-income products, and your commission for selling just one product can cover your expenses for many months to come. You can also set up an online advertising agency, help other people advertise their products and get paid for doing that. One of my students has no product or service she could sell, so I advised her to start an online advertising agency where she could help other people advertise their products online. I encouraged her to post a little note on her social media platforms, and the note reads, "Hi friends, I just finished learning about sales and marketing, and I would like to help you make more sales by advertising your product or service online for free." Before the end of that same day, 3 of our close friends and 1 of our online followers agreed to her offer. They told her about their business and she helped them implement some of the strategies we are about to learn in this program. Guess what happened? They made more sales and hired her to become their advertising agents. She is now able to charge for her service because her strategy works like magic. Seeing the strategies work gives her the courage to create a massive online campaign for herself. Knowing how to sell can give back to endless opportunities. If you know how to sell, you can sell anything to anyone. Let me share George's story with you. George is a 24-year-old graduate who couldn't find a job that befits its qualification. All the job offers he got has a low income, and he is determined not to settle for anything less than his worth. One day, he was walking down the street hopelessly and he noticed some 2 cars in a neighbor's compound with a sign that reads, "For sale." He approached his neighbor and asked if he could help him sell the cars. His neighbor agreed, so he took some pictures and posted on classified ad websites. He sold the 2 cars in less than 10 days, and the profit he made was more than the salary offer he got from his job interviews. This made George understand that knowing how to sell is more important than having the best products. If there's any skill worth learning, it's how to sell. It baffles me when people invest lots of money developing a product and they invest almost nothing learning how to sell their products. No matter your kind of business, it's important to have some knowledge about selling. This will help you understand the best way to approach your customers. Your mindset. Your mind is the most powerful element that determines your success in every activity you engage yourself. Have you ever wondered how entrepreneurs make millions of dollars monthly simply by selling their products online or by helping others sell their products for commission? Now, I want to shift your mind from the negative side of sales to the positive side of selling. The ultimate goal of a salesperson is to help people get what they want and make them feel good about what they bought during the sales process and after the sales. It's all about 80% mindset, 20% strategy and techniques. Your success is determined by 80% of your mindset. A positive mind will always produce positive results. It's about how you view sales and how you see yourself perform during the sales process. This will determine your success in selling. Your mind is a powerful element that determines who you become. A result was conducted on 2 salespersons, and here is the outcome. The first salesperson was trained based on the principle that people don't like to buy, so you need to find a way to make them buy from you by all means possible. The second salesperson was trained based on the principle that if you make the customer understand what it stands to gain by using your products, then treat them well during and after the sales, you will win more customers and the entire sales process will run smoothly at all times. Guess who made more sales? The second salesperson, because his mind has been conditioned to understand that he is out there to help people and not just to sell to them. Once you have a positive feeling about what you do, feel good about yourself, your performance will increase drastically. This will help you increase your confidence and enthusiasm during sales pitch. You will be able to connect with your customer naturally in a way that will make them buy from you. I understand that some businesses need to do a lot of follow-up calls to keep their prospects aware of their offer. But when you do, always have something to offer apart from your sales pitch. Adding value to your prospects will make them want to do business with you. My ultimate sales strategy has always been to position my business where people who genuinely need my service can find me. And I always give my customers great value that will make them come back for more and even recommend me to their loved ones. When my customers recommend my service to their loved ones, they don't do it only to help me make more sales, but because they want their loved ones to feel the same great value they got from me. This is a principle I learned from Spencer Johnson, where it described this as a tombstone test principle. What do you want to be remembered for? What do you want people to write on your tombstone? He sold lots of products and made substantial income, or he helped people get what they wanted and he got what he wanted in returns. Your goal in sales is to help people get what they wanted. When people feel good about what they bought from you, they are delighted. They will tell their friends about the experience and their friends will want to experience the same feelings, which will lead to more sales for you. These are some basic tips that can make your customers feel good and keep coming back for more. 1. Deliver great value. You don't need to be the best. Do your best and make your customer understand that you are genuinely in business to serve them. Be supportive and build a relationship with your customers beyond being a mere salesperson. 2. Over-deliver. For instance, if you offer an item that needs to be delivered to your client and your website says 5-day delivery, you could make the delivery process faster, let's say 3 days. You have just proved to your customers that you value his time and you are indeed in business to serve him. You won't forget the experience in a hurry. 3. Quick and easy access. Always make your sales process easy and straightforward. Instead of having a complicated website that could possibly convince your buyers, build a simple, easy to understand landing page with a call to action that will help your prospects understand the action you want them to take while they are on your website. 4. Do something unexpected. Let's say you sell home appliances. For every washing machine you sell, you present the buyer with a free pressing iron with a note saying, "We celebrate you as you join our big family. Here is your welcome gift. More gifts are coming as we continue to do business together." 5. Return phone calls and emails as fast as you can. When you do this, it means you respect your customers enough to show a sense of urgency. Having a live chat button on your website or landing page is also a good option, so that your customers can communicate with you if they have any issue buying from you, and you can quickly guide them before they leave your website. One sure way to have a positive mindset towards selling is to be confident about your products and services. Knowing that it will deliver great value to your customers, then you will be able to conveniently talk to people about your products in a genuine way that will make them buy from you. Assignments. 1. List 5 characteristics you would like a salesperson to possess when selling to you. 2. List 5 ways you would like a company to present themselves to make you patronize them. 3. Implement those strategies during your sales process. Understand your product. I was in the gym with a friend who is an orthopedic surgeon. During our conversation, he told me he has a patient who is coming for a surgery in the next 2 hours. I was surprised, wondering how an orthopedic surgeon could still be having fun in the gym just 2 hours to a major surgery. I expect him to be calm, relaxed, preparing for the surgery. Although I'm aware that his hospital is about 2 minutes drive from the gym and he has an apartment within the staff quarters of the hospital. Yet, he still needs to be prepared. We're talking of someone's life here. I had to tell him my opinion. I said, I thought you should be preparing for the surgery. He looked at me, smiled, and said, "You're right, but I'm more than prepared for the surgery. I do this all the time, operate on about 3 to 6 patients per week, and the process has become part of me. So now it's as easy as me lacing up my shoes." The operation is the same, the cases are the same, the only difference are the patients. They are different individuals and needed to be treated accordingly. But the surgery is the same and the process has become part of me. In this short story, my surgeon friend knows his job so well that he is so confident and proud of it. You should know your product and service so well and be proud to talk to people about it any day, anytime. For you to become proud about your product, service, or idea, you need to understand your business or product's feature and benefits so well and know when to pitch each of them to your prospects. The feature and benefits that should be mentioned during sales are qualities that make the product sellable or that makes it stand out from the competitors. Your product features are things your product has or is. These are typically the characteristics that make up your products, which include the design, style, materials, quality, functionalities, and capacities. While your product's benefits are things your customers stand to gain by using your products, and how your product will be of help to your customers. When it comes to selling, there are 2 primary approaches you can take. The first is to focus on what your product or service is or does, while the second approach focuses on how your product or service will improve its user's life. Just because you know why your product will make your ideal customer's life better doesn't mean they do. In marketing a product or service, it is often of greater importance to highlight benefits rather than the features. The benefits of a product shows how it fits in the customer's need and what the customer stands to gain. For example, a cell phone's internet connection is a feature, while the speed of the connection is a benefit. Let's break this down. Assuming you are the salesperson for a phone manufacturing company, telling your prospects that your phone has an internet connection does not sound unique to your customer because every other phone has an internet connection. So that does not make your product stand out. But if you have told your customer that your phone has a super fast inbuilt internet capacity that automatically upgrades its speed and makes its connection faster than every other phone in the market, then you stand a chance of making more sales because everybody wants a phone with a fast internet connection and not just internet connection. So what I stand to gain in this process as a customer is a fast internet connection, and that is a good value for my money. Describing benefits tend to have a greater emotional impact on the customer, making them feel the need for your products. Before creating your sales scripts, try to put yourself in your customer's position and ask yourself this question: what's in it for me? Create your sales pitch in a way you will love a salesperson to sell your product to you. If your sales pitch attracts you and makes you develop more interest in your products, then it will attract others too and make them buy your products. With this simple practice, it's hard to go wrong when scripting your sales message. Assignments. 1. Write out 5 major features that make your product worth buying. 2. List the benefits of each feature. Comparative analysis. It's important you identify your position within the marketplace of your industry. This will help you know your real value and worth among your competitors so you can keep improving your craft. Now that you understand your product's feature and benefits and how to pitch them to your prospects, It's time you find out who your competitors are. What features and benefits do they portray, and why do people buy from them? You can find out about all of this by visiting their websites. Visit their social media pages. Google them to find out what people are saying about them. Check their review pages to see customers' feedback. Their advertisements will give you more insight into how they position themselves. You can also buy and use their product to find out how it works, so you get to know if they truly deliver the value they promise their customers and what makes your product better. Most times, when I am invited to speak at an event where other sales experts were also invited, if any of the speakers announce to sell a sales course to the audience, I'm usually the first person to signal that I'm interested. Why am I doing this? Because I want to know the kind of content other sales trainers are selling to the people. And this strategy has helped me study the best-selling sales course from world legends like Brian Tracy, Grant Cardone, Dan Lok, among many others. And that is why I could create a detailed sales training that cuts across traditional selling and online selling in just one program. There are two major manufacturers in my city, and they both manufacture almost the same products. Mr. Hay's product is known by the public being the best, while Mr. B's product is not as accepted as that of Mr. Hay. In order for Mr. B to scale up his business, he had to move close to Mr. Hay and become his friend. Not just a friend, but a very close friend. So this gives him the opportunity to gain insight into Mr. Hay's business model. Not in details, but little enough to help him scale up his business. Assignments. 1. Write top 3 competitors within your industry. 2. List 5 characteristics that help them attain that status. 3. Write 5 practices you could implement to make your product or service more accepted. Don't sell. Help. People don't like to be sold to. They feel reluctant to pay you if your approach is focused on selling to them, but they are more pleased with you when you try to help them, especially when you carefully analyze the value of your product and how it will be of help to them. They will be glad to pull out their wallet and say, "Take my money." This strategy is very effective, especially when selling online. The same strategy is what I have used in selling my product online, and the concept is to create a free training that will educate our audience about how our products will be of help to them. We give out some profound tips for free and how you can implement it in your business. If you come across any of my free training program online and you find it helpful, that is a clear sign that my premium course will be of additional value to you. Paying for my premium course won't be a problem because I already added value to you through my free online programs. I was in a restaurant eating. Not too long after I got there, a man walked in for a meal. After a meal, he walked up to me, introduced himself, and told me he is a salesperson for a real estate company. He told me about some of their properties and the prices. So I replied him by saying, I also do real estate. And I told him the locations where I have properties for sale. Immediately I told him I do real estate. He tried to run up with the conversation so he could leave. I didn't tell him I'm in real estate to scare him. I just wanted him to know hopefully we could do business together. As a matter of fact, one of the locations he mentioned to have property is my dream location. I could have bought from him, but he wasn't patient enough to find out. His intention was mainly based on selling to me and not to help me. If he had come with the intention of helping me, we could have talked a little longer for him to find out that I'm interested in one of his locations. As a salesperson myself, I realized that his approach is strictly based on making money and not adding value to the customer. So I decided to help him by providing him with some sales techniques that will help him improve his sales pitch and make more sales. Because if he had continued with his approach, I know he will make very little sales, and he later confirmed to me that he is not making enough sales. In fact, other members of his team are doing far better than him, and he is likely to lose his job if he didn't scale up. I made him understand that selling is about helping people get what they want. Then you will get what you want in returns. I told him some principles and techniques he can implement to help him boost his sales. The conversation lasted for over 30 minutes. He enjoyed my ideas because he knows that it will work when he implements them. He didn't want the conversation to end, but I had to leave. I have given him enough value that made him ask for more. I had to tell him about my sales training coming up the following week. He was more than happy to sign up and he made payments right immediately. Let me analyze what this means in brief. We met at the restaurant. He wanted to sell to me, but he couldn't close the sale because it was so obvious that all he wanted was the sale and nothing more. But I decided to help him without having the intention of selling any product to him. He found my information helpful and he bought from me. I only wanted to help him, but this made him pull out his wallet and said, "Take my money." In business, you don't sell, but you help. Understand how your product or service will help its buyer get better and pitch that during your sales process. Assignments. 1. List 5 ways you can help your prospects without requesting money from them. 2. Implement it in your sales strategy. Pricing. Pricing your product is one of the cornerstone decisions you will have to make because it impacts almost every aspect of your business. Your pricing is a deciding factor in everything from your cash flow to your profit margins to which expenses you can afford to cover. If you're trying to find a price for your product, there are relatively quick and straightforward ways to set a certain price. But remember, just because it's the price you use to launch doesn't mean it's the price you will sell forever. The most important element of your price is that it needs to sustain your business. If you price your product low or at an unsustainable profit margin, you're going to find it challenging to grow and scale your business. There are various strategies that can help you determine your product or service price, and the 4 common pricing strategies include: 1. Cost plus pricing. Simply calculate your cost of production and add a profit markup. 2. Competitive pricing. Setting a price based on what the competitor charges. 3. Value-based pricing. Setting a price based on how much the customers believe your product or service is worth. 4. Penetration pricing. Set a low price to enter a competitive market and increase the price later. Let's analyze the strategies in details. Cost plus pricing. This is the pricing strategy being used by many businesses. For instance, if you produce bead and the total cost for materials used in producing a bead is $100, you could add $20 profit to each product. Then your bead will be priced for $120 with a 20% profit margin. But before adding a profit margin, it's essential to write down your business goal. We are all in business to help people and make money in the process. You need to be clear about how much money you want to make yearly and the number of products you need to sell to help you achieve your financial goal. This will determine how much profit margin should be added to your cost of production. The amount of money you will make depends on your ability to sell and not necessarily the price. Competitive pricing. This pricing strategy helps you blend with the competitors. But what happens if you provide more value than your competitors? Then this pricing strategy might not be the best for you. Your price is a reflection of the value you provide. The higher you charge, the more benefits your buyer expects to get from your products. Value-based pricing. Value-based pricing is a sure way to achieve your financial goals fast. When engaging in value-based pricing, you must have a product or service that differentiates itself from the competitors. The product must be customer focused. This means that any improvements and added features should be based on customers' wants and needs, and the product or service must be of its highest quality. The company must also have open communication channels and build strong relationships with its customers. In doing so, company can obtain feedback from their customers to help keep delivering value based on the customer's expectation. Penetration pricing. Penetration pricing is a pricing strategy used by businesses to attract customers to a new product or service by offering a low price during the initial launch. Penetration pricing helps a new product or service penetrate the market and attract customers away from the competitors. The goal of this pricing strategy is to entice customers to try a new product and build market share with the hope of keeping the new customers once the price rises back to the normal level. This can often increase both market share and sales volume. Additionally, a higher amount of sale can lead to a low production cost and quick inventory turnover. However, the key to a successful campaign is keeping the newly acquired customers. For example, a company might advertise a buy one get one free campaign to attract customers to try a new product or service. Once a purchase is made, ideally, a contact list is created to follow up and offer additional product or service to the new customer at a later date. If the low price is part of an introductory campaign, curiosity may prompt customers to choose the brand initially, but once the price begins to rise to the price level of the competing brand, the product value will be very essential to retain and keep your new customers. The best practice to achieve success with penetration pricing is to offer great value to your customers, and when you increase your price, they will stick with your brand because they are getting good value for their money. The biggest mistake many businesses make is to believe that price alone drives sale. Your ability to sell is what drives sale. The first thing you have to understand is that the selling price is a function of your ability to sell and nothing else. What's the difference between a $150,000 Rolls-Royce car and a $50,000 Toyota car? Toyota is a durable brand and its cars are of high quality. But the difference is Rolls-Royce's ability to identify high-paying clients and be able to sell to them. Most importantly, the value you offer is your worth. Your branding and positioning within your industry determines how much you charge, and your ability to sell determines how much money you will make. Assignments. 1. What pricing strategy is best for your products? 2. List 5 values you can add to your product to embrace the value-based pricing strategy. Target audience. Defining your target audience is the foundation of all elements of your marketing strategy, including the features and benefits that will interest your audience to the marketing channels you will use to promote your products. Everything you do to promote your business should be done with your target audience in mind. Once you've done your research and nailed down your ideal customers, you will find it much easier to create content and ads that resonate with your audience. You will be able to predict their questions and solve their problems before they ask. There is a common saying in the selling world that says, if you try to sell to everyone, then you end up selling to no one. The more you understand your target audience, the better you will be able to target them with relevant content, messaging, and ads. A target market is the specific group of people you want to reach with your marketing message. They are the people who are most likely to buy your product or service, and they are united by some common characteristics like age, gender, income, marital status, occupation, interest, and educational level. The more clearly you define your target audience, the better you can understand how and where to reach your best prospects. A great first aid in figuring out who is likely to need your products is to identify who is already using your product or those that are using related products. Once you understand the defining characteristics of your existing customer base, you can go after more people who fit the same category. If your product is being sold online, you might request some information on your sign-up page depending on your kind of business. You shouldn't overdo this so you don't annoy your customers. About 3 relevant questions are adequate enough to help you gain insights on who is buying your product, so you can target your advertisements towards people who fit within that category. Some data points you might want to consider include age, location, interest, marital status, profession, and so on. If you're selling business to business, that's B2B products, your categories will look a bit different. You might want to collect information about the size of companies that buy from you and information about the title of the people who tend to make the buying decisions. Are you marketing to the CEO, the CTO, production manager? Understanding who within the company you need to speak to is a critical first step in crafting your advertisement campaign. Now, it's time you put your target audience research to work. The first step is to create social ad. specifically targeted at the exact market you have just defined. You need to categorize your audience in different segments, then create ads for each segment. This will help you understand the audience that is more interested in your products. The results of your test will provide an additional insight you didn't have when you first created your target market segment. Be sure to incorporate any lesson you learn and revisit your target market segment regularly to make sure it still accurately describes your most valuable potential customers. Targeting a specific market doesn't mean you must exclude people who don't meet your specific criteria. Instead, targeting marketing allows you to focus your message on the right market and the people who are most likely to buy from you. With a target audience definition to work with, you can spend less and earn more by reaching the most valuable leads in your network. So why is the target audience so important? The simple answer is that the channel, language, and information you use to connect with your audience might not be effective if you target at everyone. Finding your target audience definition will help you create a tone of voice that really speaks to your customer. When you target everyone, you are making it very hard for yourself to resonate with anyone on a deeper level. Remember, the more you connect with someone, the more likely the person is to become a loyal customer of your brand. A target market analysis gives you direction for your marketing and ensures more consistency in your messaging so you can build strong relationships with prospects that matters. Assignments. 1. List out 10 qualities of your target audience. 2. Filter your list to select the 5 most appropriate audience for your products. Type of customers. The customer is the actual boss. They are the ones who use the product and judge its quality. Your customers determine your success in business and how fast you'll be able to grow your business. When selecting your target customers, it's important to understand the 4 major types of customers and which category are you selling to. 1. The poor customers. Poor customers are the group of customers that want great value, but they don't consider value when making buying decisions. They make their buying decision based on price. They are always looking for the lowest price in the market. They are the customers that ask about the price even before asking about the feature and benefits of a product. Conversation with a poor customer usually goes like this. Seller, I have this great product that will help you grow your business. Customer, how much? Seller, this product will teach you how to make more money from your business. Customer, I said how much? Seller, with this product, you'll be able to sell any product or service to anyone and they will be willing to buy from you. Customer, I said how much is it? They're always more concerned about the price and they hardly get satisfied. No matter how hard you try to please a poor customer, they won't appreciate your efforts. It's hard to sell to a poor customer and it's hard to grow a business when most of your customer falls within this category. Difficult customers. These are people who are having personal issues with themselves and they let that reflect in every other thing they do, especially when dealing with others. People like this usually use slogans like, their day sucks, or they are having a bad day. Their day is always bad, and they are ready to make yours worst. Conversation with a difficult customer usually goes like this. Seller, I have these great products that will help you grow your business. Customer, I'm already growing my business. Seller, I know, but this product will teach you how to make more money from your business. Customer, I know told you I'm not making enough money from my business. In most cases, they need your products and are likely to buy from you. But before they buy, they will make you a victim of whatever issue they are going through in their life. Sophisticated customers. These are the customers that know exactly what they want and are ready to get it. They don't buy based on price. They buy based on value. Once you are able to help them understand that your product will deliver the value they wanted, they will buy from you. Sophisticated customers are a little bit inquisitive. They want to have a clear understanding of what they are buying and why they should buy from you. They are likely to ask relevant questions that will help them gain insight into your products. They are the type of customers that appreciate your products once it delivers the value it promises to deliver. Sophisticated customers are loyal customers. They will come back for more whenever they need your product next time. Affluent customers. They are the rich and wealthy. Pricing is never a problem. In fact, if your price is too low, they consider your products to be inferior and it might not deliver the quality experience they deserve. They don't buy cheap things. They don't buy based on price, discounts, or promotions. They always appreciate the seller's efforts. Having a few affluent customers can increase your turnover drastically. They are the dream clients of every business owner. How to attract affluent customers? You must have a good product that delivers great value. 85% of affluent customers understand that quality is more important than the brand name or the price. Affluent customers purchase a wide variety of items from different retailers. They are the ones shopping at the upscale store. High spenders like to be appreciated for the time and money they spend, and the customer experience is also an important element. Your price shouldn't be cheap. The higher the price, the higher the perceived value of your product. And if your product is able to deliver the promised value, you have gained their trust. They will be willing to do business with you again and again. Your selling script must be well crafted. You must be ready to dot your I's and cross your T's. Treat them with utmost respect, care, and love. Since they are willing to pay for high quality products and special services, it's important to go the extra mile to make them feel valued. Affluent customers are connected. Delivering a good product or service plus memorable customer experience can attract many other affluent customers just by recommendation from one of them. Assignments. What type of customer will you like to attract and why? Influencing customers' buying decision. Since you want to get people to buy your product or service, you need to understand how customers make purchasing decisions. Product quality and seller reputation matters. But what about when the product matches the customer's need and they trust the seller? What influences a buyer's decision once those fundamentals are in place? Influencing the customer's buying decision is a key factor in selling. And what are the factors that weigh in on their decision making? There is a list of 7 factors that influence customers' buying decision. And the first is marketing campaign. Research shows that people don't buy a new product when it's first advertised. Continuous advertisement encourages them to give the product a trial. Brand identity. The bigger you portray your brand, the better for your business. Many years ago, when I started my first business as an IT consultant, I was able to project my brand so big to my prospects, and I was attracting high-paying clients at the very early stage. Recommendation. People trust products or services that are recommended by people they know. Recommendations are still the most effective way to build trust with new clients. That's why businesses around the world are using network marketing and affiliate marketing to attract new clients. Social trend. People often buy items they don't need just because the awareness is massive and others are talking about it. They want to check what the product is all about and give it a try. Social media is a less expensive platform to create a powerful social trend for your product simply by being interactive on your social media platforms, post content regularly, and engage with your followers. There are 3 types of content that attract online users: entertaining content, informative content, and educative content. Use any of this content to attract online users. Once you have captured their attention, selling to them will become much easier because we already built a relationship with them. Post-purchase evaluation. Post-purchase evaluation is a powerful method to make your customers come back for more. Everybody wants to feel good when buying an item. Apart from the fact that your product delivers the value you promise, make your customers feel good during the purchase. Call them after the purchase to find out how your product has been helpful to them. I understand that some people don't like to contact their customer after the first sale has been made, thinking maybe the customer might have complained about their products. When a customer complains about your products, it's an opportunity for you to get better so other customers don't complain about the same product next time. Distribution. I was once in a store to buy a particular toothpaste, which happens to be my favorite brand, but it was out of stock. So I tried another brand. It turned out that I felt more comfortable with the new brand I just tried, so I stick with it. I wouldn't have found out about this new brand if my old brand makes sure its stores never goes out of stock. Distribution has to do with accessibility. Make sure your product never goes out of stock so you don't lose potential sales from any of your loyal customers. Need. It is no doubt that people buy what they need, but other factors mentioned above will determine which company they buy from. Assignments. 1. List 3 factors that can help you influence your customers' buying decisions. 2. Describe how you would like to engage with your audience through social media platforms. Copywriting. Copywriting is a persuasive script that explains why a prospect needs to do business with you. It helps you draw your audience into your content and drive more engagement. Copywriting is one of the most critical elements of all forms of marketing and advertising. It consists of words, either written, spoken, or demonstrated video advertisements. Marketers use it to get people to take action after reading or hearing them. A good copyright script must have a heading that captures its readers. As we all know that the headline is the first and perhaps the only impression you make on a prospective reader. This is why your heading needs to be very magnetic. On average, 8 out of 10 people will read your content headline, but only 2 out of 10 will read the remaining content. This is the secret of the power of the heading. It highly determines the effectiveness of the entire content. The better the headline, the better your odds of beating the average and get what you have written read by a large percentage of people. There are many strategies that have been adopted by professional copywriters around the world, and the most effective strategies are storytelling. Everyone loves good stories. We like hearing about people, especially interesting people. People who have suffered some challenges we can relate to, and they tell us how they overcome those challenges. The moral of the story is usually that a product was a catalyst to overcoming those challenges. You might find these storytelling techniques in an email series, a landing page, or a short video. Whatever the format might be, you'll find 3 basic traits in the story. Opening shows how the character of the story had a normal life, then how the life was shattered by a change or an event. Conflicts, how the life of the character is being threatened if it does not respond to the problem, what the journey looks like as it tackles the challenge. Solution. Finally, a product is introduced as a cure to the character's problem, and they will also mention the satisfaction the character got after using the product. This is a strategy you should also adopt, and your story doesn't have to be dramatic. It just needs to be interesting to your audience. Here's a typical example. I was watching a lawyer on CNN share a story. He was abused by the law. At the age of 17, he was mistaken for someone who committed a crime. He was arrested and jailed for a crime he knew nothing about. After the first 3 years in jail, he tried to be courageous and turn his worry into strength. He made a promise to himself, saying that he will fight for his freedom and also make sure to become a voice to other people who might fall in the same situation. He told his sister to buy him some criminal law books, and he began to study while in jail. After spending a total of 10 years, he gained his freedom at age 27. By then, he had studied a law about criminal law. He also went to a law school to become a criminal lawyer at the age of 32. He is now one of the most respected criminal lawyers in the US. Genuinely telling his story has opened doors to countless opportunities. His story has been his major selling point. He has been invited by news channels like CNN, BBC, Al Jazeera, and other top TV and radio stations, plus countless magazine interviews. Anyone who hears his story and needs a criminal lawyer will prefer to hire him because people can relate with his story. The speech that made Obama the president is also a very good example of storytelling. He introduced himself in an appealing way, point the ongoing challenges in the US that need immediate change, and finally persuade people to vote for him to enable him effect those changes. Identify, agitate, recommend concepts. How this works: identify a problem, agitate that problem by making your readers feel troubled or nervous, then recommend your product as the solution. In this style of copywriting, you write as if there's a conversation between two people. That's the writer and the prospect. A typical example of this concept goes like this. Insurance. You're not alone. Millions of people admit to be insecure, yet remain that way, and you live your life in the shadows, always wishing and never doing. Fortunately, there's an answer. Then go ahead and recommend your products. The 1, 2, 3, 4 method also works pretty well. What I've got for you, what it will do for you, who I am, and what you need to do next. This is a good example of the 1, 2, 3, 4 method. What I've got for you, a step-by-step home study course that teaches entrepreneurs how to bring in more customers. What it's going to do for you? You have more confidence plus a simple proven plan to turn your business into a mega money making machine in 1 month or less. Who I am a results-driven sales trainer and author, and I want to share my most rewarding selling secrets with you. What you need to do next: click the link to gain access or call this number. Assignments. 1. What copywriting strategy will you like to adopt for your business? 2. Create a simple copywriting for your business. Sales funnel. A sales funnel, also known as a sales process, is a relationship building machine for selling. This represents the marketing term for the journey a potential customer goes through on the way to purchase. There are several steps to a sales funnel, which includes the top, middle, and bottom of the funnel. Although these steps may vary depending on the company's sales model. Here is an example of a widely accepted funnel that delivers great results. 1. Identify your target audience, who they are, and the traits they have in common. Most importantly, what their needs are. This will give you an insight into the right features and benefits you need to pitch to them. Then select any of the copywriting strategies to present your product or service. 2. Your copywriting. Your script could be delivered as an article, video, or use a whiteboard presentation to demonstrate the content of your script. 3. Select a digital platform to broadcast your message. This could be done via many different platforms. All the platforms work pretty well once you are able to identify your target audience and focus your advertisement message towards the right audience. 4. Call to action. What action do you want your readers to take after reading your copyright or after watching it in video formats? Create a simple landing page website. Include other information you want your prospect to know about your offer. This might include related pictures and videos. Then add the link to your landing page within the advertisement presentation. Your landing page should guide your prospects towards making buying decisions and also guide them towards the right step to take. Provide a link where they can make order or book appointments immediately. It's also important to capture their email address and phone number so you can use it for follow-ups. There are 2 reasons why you need to capture your prospects' data. Use it to follow up with prospects who didn't complete the purchasing process by sending them a follow-up email about what they missed by not buying from you. Follow up with clients who bought your products. Check on them to find out how your product has been helping them get better, and also inform them about related products that will be of additional value to them. If you sell consumables, then you must keep a close relationship with your customers so that once the item they bought from you finishes, you are always around to deliver another product to them. This works not for only consumable, but for other products as well. Assignments. Create a sales funnel simply by A. Describing your target audience. B. Create your copywriting using your most preferred copywriting strategy. C. Specify the action you want your prospect to take after reading your copywriting.